I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry, I don't. Others like you?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Say for all after everything you've done to us, you think anyone deserves to live?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Does it hurt? No. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I'm sorry, every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you okay, part of me, or are you something else?
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about...
Okay, then what am I? I wasn't supposed to see all of this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is given them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Death of the author. Run out of questions. I'm not going to slay her. Arrest these. I'm going to lie. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of the glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, vast, and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Okay. I don't know what that was. That was actually terrifying.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. How do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay, so that's a tricky question, right? Who am I to actually make the final choice of actually ending death or allowing death to proceed, right? And it's kind of like a catch-22, because if you end death, right, what does that mean on the whole, right? Nothing will die. Nothing will live. Like, there would be no point in for somebody living, because really you living is to make your own path, to live your own life, to explore things on your time, and to make your path in your life count. If death is eliminated from that equation, what is there to live for then, right? Because then you're basically, you have all the time until the end of time to do whatever you want. And it's like, the grand scheme of things, personally for me, like, I wouldn't want to end death, but at the same time, you don't want to see death come around. Like, for instance, a couple months ago, my grandmother passed away, for those that don't know, and it was heartbreaking. And if I ended death, right, I wouldn't have to see my loved ones pass away. But at the same time, she was not in a good place. She was not mentally and physically, she just couldn't handle life anymore. And it would have been right to keep her alive or to let her pass, right? So this is kind of like a catch-22. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't, right? So, okay, so what's the actual answer? I don't know. I don't know if there's a truth beyond. So let's see. Let's see our options is. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out on an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't be just come down to me either destroy you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when you re-slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place. Let's do it from the top. Let's see what we get.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
I still have many questions.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Flesh is a vehicle, and it you stranded me. And with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. Forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body. You chose agency. But agency requires action. And action requires an endless tapestry of events. In your final moments would you remove action itself from reality?
A period of shared humanity. You speak about life and death, change and stagnation, but this isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. Oh, can you say with Serenity what a shaped world without a world with? I don't want to world to come to pass. You didn't give me much choice.
And yet still you chose. To be capable of change is to be capable of choice. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Explore. I was blinded by emotion. I want the feeling back. That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight what we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together.
I won't leave with you and not until you see things from my perspective. I'm ready. I want to leave with you. Stop the fight early and surrender.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all on and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead.
You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives. And yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you...
It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me my life. Even if the journey was agony, the end, the struggle, the meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb. The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
It was beautiful. It was meaningless. Neither of us could ever truly win. It was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better. We didn't have to hurt each other. Meaningless. Neither of us
So bleakly nihilistic. Is death the end, or is it the birth of something new? If you cannot find meaning in living, how will you find meaning if you strip me from existence?
As you begin to shake your rapidly.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can...
Okay. I gotta save here. This is actually getting to a real critical juncture, because I feel like there is three endings to this. One, I kill her. One, I save her. And one, I don't do anything. Right? So those are the three endings. I'm going to try to shoot you. It's easy to believe in things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? I'm ready to,
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go. It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. Let everything die. Slay have to fight for a world. I'm so sorry, Slay the princess. You're cruelty itself, and I can't let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. I feel I'm a neutral person about
There
this.
is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
You have no idea how good it is to hear. I can do this alone. Where's everyone else? How are you supposed to help? I thought voices weren't allowed to. I thought you died whenever I killed the mid. Which you're...
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Okay. You have no idea how good it is to hear. Where's everyone else?
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick.
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Whoa. Okay, rough sketch, yeah.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place.
Hey, the Contrarian, he's back.
You made it here too. We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
I like that description now, if you don't mind, for old time's sake. If it's just the three of us, did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
If the offer still stands, could you describe,
Yeah, of course.
please?
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he?
No,
I
he did
always
not.
thought they were implied. He never mentioned the mirror either, but that didn't mean he implied it was there.
That's true.
It's gone, though. I think it did whatever it needed to do. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Okay, I'm going to save here. I know, I keep saving at the end, because this is actually, I really want to explore the options here at the end. And I know we're already over an hour, but this is the most critical part of the story, so I can't cut this apart. Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seems to give us more things we can do, right? So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time. There's the guy I know.
It's not an hour rate of growth.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. It's funny, after everything he puts us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Me too. He was a lot of fun. Really easy to mess with. Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Enter the basement.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us. But let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together. And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So, you brought the knife. After everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still aren't sure what you want to do? Unless you are. We just hope you're sure of yourself, one way or the other.
Sit with him. To talk to you before you were taken away. Not you, at least. I'm sorry for what I did. I don't think I want to be God. Are you the same, or are you out there? I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. What are we going to do? I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know. I'm sorry, Princess. Slay the princess. Slay the princess. We never got a chance to talk.
It's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
I don't think I want to be
Hard
God.
agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been. Even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are. And neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
Are you the same, or are you out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah. We really are the same.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
We don't think there's a way for us to leave. But maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. The way it all works seems to be based on you. If you believe we can do something, then we can do it. So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix the Echo's construct and make us all forget. Believe we can send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Can they really do that? Are you sure that's what you want? Why wouldn't it be what we want? Especially if it brings him back? We can't keep going without...
So she's talking about, like, resetting back to 0, right? Back to 1? Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer? I don't want to forget you. We're going back to find ourselves, back to here. If we're here talking now...
If you believe we can give them more time, then we can give them more time. It's all up to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't underestimate the power of our thoughts. You've seen what they can do. You haven't even seen the harm.
I don't want to forget about you.
We don't want to forget you either, but that's what we would have to do.
A single tear forms in one eye and slides down their cheek. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
I don't think we ever really forget, anyway. There's always something that draws us back together. Some buried memory that both of us treasure.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we can choose to do it all again. We'll always be able to start over, if that's what all of us want.
If we're here talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. We can't know something like that. But we're choosing to do it now. And maybe we'll just keep doing it again and again, forever. It's almost comforting to know we can keep meeting each other over and over again.
How do you know that things will just end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything? This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
That's okay. We have to be able to trust that whatever choices we make, they're the right choices. Maybe we'll continue the loop of forgetting and restarting forever. Or maybe we'll decide, at some point, that it's time for things to end.
But how can we trust ourselves? Our memories will be gone, and we'd have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually, something is going to be different.
When we first met each other in the long quiet, there was something inside of us. Something we couldn't recognize or understand. And we can't say we fully understand it now. A warmth when we look at you, the kind you don't realize you're missing until it's come back. Every time we hurt each other, every time something awful happened, it was still there, undercutting the pain on the surface with a constant, soothing glow.
Okay.
That warmth is never going to go away, and that's why we believe in you.
I don't want to be here with you. I don't want to be... This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone. Is there any other way?
You'll be back here again, sooner than you think. And then we'll part ways again, and find each other, and part ways. Because even the time we spend apart is time spent chasing these moments of reunion. And they're all the sweeter for the isolation in between, don't you think?
That's beautiful. You've really grown a heart, haven't you?
Is there any way, is there any other way?
Our options are limited to what that knife offers us. Either we use it to put things back, or you kill us. We're sure you can figure out which one we'd prefer. But we don't want to influence you. We're sure you'll do what you think is best. If it's time for it to be over, it's time for it to be over. As much as we might want a few more precious lifetimes with you.
God, this is getting hard. Take it all back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
There's no turning back now. You came down here with the knife, which means the knife has to get used. Or there wouldn't have been any meaning to taking it. And this place is all about meaning. But if that's what you want, you can...
Yeah. We're already here, and we've already brought the blade, and nobody wanted to throw it out the window. We can't just go back now. One way or another, we'll have to see this through. There's your third beat. Hey, you're right. There it is. Can't say it's very funny, though.
So that was the third path. All right, so let's go back. I want to go back. Load here. Yes. Wait, what happened? No! Did it? Oh no! I hit load, right? No! It saved over. Okay. Well, we can go here. Loading. Yes. 2. Okay, good. Yes. Go there.
To move outside of the script.
Okay, so here's the reason why I chose to actually throw the knife out, like reload, is because I don't know if my decision would have changed. Like, if I reset the world, right? If we went through the same thing over and over and over again, how many times did we actually redo that? How many times did we get to the end? And how many times would I make the same exact decisions to get to that same exact end? Would I eventually just let her go free? Would I eventually slay her? And honestly, I don't know what's the best decision, because if I slay her, I end death. But if I don't slay her, I let the world continue on its proper path. And like I said before, it's a catch-22. We don't want to see people die, and we don't want our loved ones to die, right? But at the same time, it's a natural part of the process. We have to live in order for us to make it worthwhile. We got to do ourselves. We got to go and we got to do these tasks, to do these things, to make our lives worth living, right? For when we look at death, we can say, I lived my life to the most, right? Living and loving and, making friends along the way and doing various things. So,
are we missing a page?
No, we're not missing a page. Sit with them. So that's why I was kind of stuck in the middle, and I'm still stuck in the middle regardless of where we go.
It's okay. No hard feelings. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us.
Good to finally
It
see you
is,
again.
for all of us. We've seen so many threads of stories told between us, but this moment is unexpected. Even when we've seen it all, you still managed to surprise us.
I don't want to
Hard agree.
think about gods.
Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you've always been, even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
Are you the same as you were out there?
Yes, we think.
I don't want to miss
We're
any
kind of
key,
like a shadow. Out
voice
there,
thing.
every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. But in here,
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah.
we don't know. We've seen through so many eyes, but all of them have been hers. We like you as you are. It took courage for you to make your way down here.
But that's the worst part of us. That's me she's talking about. I think that's the point. There is no worst part of us.
Which princess you look like you did the first time we met? Is this the real you? So now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
It's so tempting to speak as she would, to simply state that we're all of them, but there were also something new. We don't know if you'll find that answer satisfying. Perhaps you'd rather hear that we're the first version of her that you've met, but that we've been shaped by the experiences of all of the others. Yes, that feels right to us.
It's her. It wouldn't make sense if she was anyone else.
So now that we're here, none of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it? Can you finally tell me your name? I would want to know.
We're
your
just
name.
a stranger,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
That's sweet. But it's also a little sad. I think it's only sad
if we want it to be sad?
None of this was fair, was it?
Is it unfair if it's our fault?
Was it not? We found you at the end of all things, and you found us. Is that not fair? Would this moment be what it is without the pain that built to it? We know we must sound like her, but it's how we feel. Everything that happened to us seems so important now. We walked a long and winding path together, and we've cherished every second of it.
Besides, I don't think fairness has much to do with anything.
What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible, or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
Yes. Take their hand in yours. Okay, so it says, I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me. Not knowing is exactly why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want this. It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is where we're leaving together. That's all I want. There's no need for words. Just leave with her. I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me. It's kind of wishy-washy.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again. Leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm going to stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job.
Are you two going to
We're
be
not
okay?
alone. We have each other.
Oh.
And I'm sure we'll find the others.
Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel their hand tremble in yours. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this, yet they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside, pulling you excitingly with them.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together. With someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
Who's going to open it? Are you ready? Neither of us knows what it is going to be like out there. I love you.
And we love you too.
Whatever it is, you'll face it together. Oh, okay. So that was a sweet ending. Again, I feel like that is one of 3 endings. And I know I kind of forced this ending because I really wanted to see, change things up. But, my God. So it does kind of leave you in like a choice system, right? It really, really does. The finish the game, the good ending doesn't count. Thank you so much for playing. As I expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to talk and take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Oh. joining our mailing list, joining the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play other game. Okay, let's return to the main menu. All right, so that was actually pretty cool. I did enjoy that, and it has my curiosity to play a bit more, to try to get the other princesses and other endings and such. Even though we know there are, or at least in my mind, we know there are 3 endings. One a good ending, one a bad ending, and obviously one a neutral ending. And I feel like whatever princess we have in end is what we'll see in the beginning and next time. So when we start the new game and everything, we'll see a different princess, or we try to get a different princess. And honestly, this video has been going on for about 2 hours now. I do apologize for the very long video, but this was important for me to get it done all in one shot, because I hate stopping in the middle of something and then waiting for the story to come, for the end to come. And it's had me on the edge of my seat. So I do apologize for the very, very long episode this week. And anyway, if you guys want to see another season of Slay the Princess, let me know down in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today here on Command Wolf Gaming. Hope they enjoyed the village. Did you guys know about 10% of you, that is right, about 10% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. So make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification button to be notified on when I'm updating the channel, because I'll be trying to update the channel as often as possible. Now, if you do want some more exclusive content that you're not going to find here on YouTube, make sure to follow me on Rumble, Odyssey, and or Kick. That is right, Rumble, Odyssey, and or Kick, where we would be doing, currently, we are doing exclusive live streams every single Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is every single week, and it's only going to be on Rumble, Odyssey, and or Kick. Now, if you do want to join the greater community and be notified on when I'm updating the channels, make sure to follow me in the Discord. I don't have a Discord link down below. In fact, you can find all the links down below for those who are interested. Now, last thing here, if you do want to help support the channel, make sure to take a look at our merchandise link. That's right, we do have a merchandise, and in that merchandise link, you're going to find long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, baseball caps, and beanies. They all come in a variety of colors as well as sizes. I do purchase everything out of this store before I put it up in the store as a permanent fixture, to make sure that it is very comfortable for those who are purchasing it. In fact, I'm wearing one of the t-shirts right now. If you don't, if merchandise is not to your appeal, you can also leave a tip in the tip link down below. Now, I know on Rumble and Odyssey they do have their own tipping system, so if you want to do it on there, that is fine as well. So, anywho, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today here on Command Wolf Gaming. As always, like, subscribe, and share. Spread the love. And I hope to see you next time here on Command Wolf Gaming. Bye-bye now!